mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot.
In the flesh.
In the building.
In the building.
Another Urban X podcast. Legendary Urban X podcast. Number one father and son unit podcast on the planet.
Yes, we do what we do because we do what we do.
Okay.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm here.
So,
I'm here. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. There
Picking
you
up what
go.
you're putting down, man.
There you go. We love these shows. We love the opportunity twice a week to connect with the people in real time.
Absolutely.
Live. Like, you know.
Absolutely.
If we mess up, we mess up. It just, and you know, so a lot goes on what we do here.
So how was your week?
Week was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just relaxed. Got some hip hop in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's some major events coming we'll talk about this weekend in particular.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, it's been really, really great to be alive.
Yes. I had a really productive week as well. So I'm always happy to be productive. I'm not gonna lie to you. When days go by, I feel like when I'm not doing anything.
Oh yeah, you lose it.
I feel crazy.
You lose it. However, the time alone, or should I say, relaxing is always good too.
No, true, and you got to learn how to relax as well.
Yes.
Right? We were just talking like off mic, like before we was getting ready for the show about just like the number the media is doing on our mentals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
See you looking at my shirt, like
that shirt is tough.
See, like
shirt is tough.
See you looking at my shirt. I like your shirt too.
You like my shirt?
I like yours too.
All right, these are the real mentality shirts. They're not in the shop.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet, but we want to show off a little bit today.
Yeah.
Because we got some things coming and stuff, so, you know?
Yeah, so let's do a quick roll call, then we get started.
Yes.
Brooklyn in the house was good.
Brooklyn stay in the house.
Cincinnati.
I got Detroit in the building.
Maryland in the house.
And where back there, thank you for the 555.
I was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, well, I'm not even going to try to do that.
New Haven was good.
Rockaway Beach in the building.
Was good.
Raleigh, New Jersey.
Memphis was happening.
Flint, South Carolina, South Africa.
Long Beach,
South
LBC.
Jersey. Midway, Georgia. West Philly.
Auburn, Alabama, but Roll Tide. Oh, that's set tripping. That's
set tripping.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
no?
that is set tripping.
Yeah.
Jamaica, Queens.
Watts, California was good.
Yes.
Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate the love. We appreciate it all. And let's get to some announcements.
Some announcements.
So if you are a member, you got automatic access to the first Urban X University classes. We changed the name. Shouts out Shouts out to y'all who let us have it.
Urban X University.
Urban X University.
Abundance Child.
Yes, first two classes, 2 sessions.
Only 2, all 3 of them are cooked up now.
It's only 2 in there.
Why you only put 2 in there?
Because it was only... We're not doing this on camera.
Okay. Well,
we're not doing this.
Well, it's enough in there now for the members. So after the show...
Yes.
If you are in a space where you're trying to change your diet, you want to eat better, but you want to... eat not as expensive, even for vegans. Mm-hmm. And so you want to learn how to make some of these meals at home. We have the inaugural opening of the UX University by way of one of our followers.
Yes.
Not followers, supporters.
Yes,
said,
subscriber.
just keep it simple, Doc.
Yeah.
All the extra stuff, just keep it simple.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And we appreciate it. So you can go in there. Those classes are there.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, for $5, you can be in there and get access to these classes.
Yes, everybody who's a member already, you got it. But if you want to become a member, it's only $5 a month or $50 for the year.
Yeah, and we're giving. You want to announce this giveaway?
Yeah, let's do that too. So, because tomorrow we're dropping the first episode of the Real Mentality Show, right? And on that episode, we're talking hip hop.
Yes.
You know everything hip hop. We're talking that. It's me, my pops, Marcus, Eli. We talking some stuff.
The whole crew. And because tomorrow is the 50th anniversary, the agreed upon. Yeah.
And some people don't even agree on that. But, we are giving away 50 of these shirts for the first 50 new members. That is an aggressive bomb. Aggressive.
Okay, we're gonna say that again because I don't
Yes, first 50 new members who joined the Urban X membership. You email us your receipt.
Yep.
And you send us your address, and you get a choice of a black shirt or a white shirt. Real Mentality. Yes.
All right, that's a way to kind of spark that thing off and get that thing popping. Now I got to start the show with an apology.
Okay.
I got a call from one of my elders out in Atlanta. She was very upset, and see, the way when the elders speak to me, my heart started pumping. She said, "Black Dot, you pissed me off now." And I said, "Oh shit!" So when I was speaking in reference to the vaccines,
Yes.
being dropped off in wrong places,
Yeah.
and how they had to have the helicopter stop that, I said that was from Bobby Hemmett. It was not from Bobby Hemmett.
Okay.
It was from another elder who I'm not even going to mention now.
Okay.
Because I don't want to start, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I don't want to put that on Brother Bobby.
Okay.
Bobby says so much stuff, and I'm getting a little older, and I've sat at the foot of so many of these elders. So Bobby did not say that.
Okay.
Another elder is the one credited with saying that. And so the elder got at me.
And you pow.
She pow me.
Okay.
And so I'm only saying that because when Melly Mel tried to get at and pow Eminem, I think Eminem should have just chilled and just said, okay, that's the elder speaking. Let the elder, because that's the school I'm from.
Okay.
When the elder call you know. So
right.
I wanted to put that in the record books because, Donna start telling all kind of lies. I be done told all kind of stuff.
Somebody said, "Oh man, I feel slighted. Can I just cancel my membership?" The record is there. I know. I got the names.
Yeah, we got the names.
Can't do that.
Can't cancel and then if you try to get a T-shirt and then cancel, you play yourself.
And then Mega Bills, we're just gonna send you.
We'll send you and your man off the GP.
Off GP.
You guys just get that. Send sizes.
Yes,
and and we'll take very, very good care of you.
All right, so let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Now, okay, so the other day, I was, waking up, get my day started, making Noble smoothie. Because, I'm trying to, be healthy and stuff like that. I go to check my phone, and there's a video uploaded to our YouTube channel. I'm like, what the hell is this? Who did this? And I see this guy over here in the camera, angry, mad. I said, what the hell is this? What the hell is this about? And the title is Where is KRS-One? All caps. Now the thing is, my pops, he types in all caps. Everything he does types in. I think it's old age, you can't see.
That
so
could
he
be it
types
too.
in all caps. I didn't think it was angry. I just thought maybe he just didn't do that. No, this was angry. He was screaming at you guys. Where's KRS-One? Do you want to explain and expound on that idea?
Yes, I'll explain and expound. When I looked at the flyer for the 50th anniversary of hip hop on August 11th, the agreed upon date of hip hop. And it's going to be at Yankee Stadium, the most iconic stadium in the world. And it's in conjunction with the most iconic music genre culture in the world. I think that's undisputed now. I saw Run DMC's name and I said, okay. And then it went down another tier and I didn't see no Bronx sites. Then it went down another tier. I didn't see any Bronx sites. Now it's 4 tiers down before you get to the Bronx. And I'm saying, to me, that was a tragedy.
Right.
And so I began to put 2 and 2 together and say, where is, for us, now KRS-One is not the most iconic figure because if hip-hop started here in the Bronx, and this version of hip-hop started, I think we can all agree when we say hip-hop, this is 2 different languages being spoke. And I'm going to address that in this, this little opening spiel. When we speak of hip-hop in the Bronx, we're talking graffiti, we're talking b-boys, DJs, and MCs as the foundation of it all. When other people are speaking hip-hop, they're talking rappers. And that's their only true connection, or most true connection, save for maybe L.A. Because a lot of the Boogie Boys and stuff came out of L.A. early. You know what I mean? And so... but we are the ones who synthesized all of those components under Africa Bambaataa, you know what I'm saying, and called that like a culture or something. And so we have the Cold Crush Brothers. We got Fantastic Five and, you know what I'm saying, Grand Wizard Theaters. We got the Furious Five and Grandmaster Flash. We got the Funky Four plus one more. We got Chief Rocker, Busy Bee. The list goes on of these iconic artists before we even hit records. But one individual in particular, over the last 50 years, I think embodied every aspect, including the plus degrees, which is knowledge and so forth and so on, and that is Blastmaster KRS-One. Save your personal feelings about what he should have said, and I'm in all agreement with all of that. But I'm talking about in a vacuum, if you are going to celebrate. Now, I want to say this too, because there are pioneers in every borough, every city, every state, every region, every country. And in my humble opinion, they should be celebrating hip-hop everywhere. But I also think that in every place you go, they should celebrate the newer people, commercialized artists who did well. But the end of the shows, in every region, borough, city, country, state, I think the last ones to hit the stage should be the founding fathers of the culture, which gave you an opportunity to love hip-hop, appreciate it. That's it. Because when we talk about celebrating hip-hop, we're not talking about who made the most money, because if that's the case, why not have Drake just close the show out, or Lil Yachty, or whoever? So this is the language being spoken. So I saw Run DMC, and I got pissed off. Not because I don't love Run DMC. They are iconic. They are the first ones to truly commercialize the hip hop and things of that nature. But culturally speaking, esoterically speaking, ceremoniously speaking, I felt KRS-One and Friends. So he could have been the one that brought out Fat Joe, A Boogie, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Cold Crush Brothers, etc.
I feel like we have to get back to the fact that it's in the Bronx. We're here.
This is what I'm saying. And then, so I said that maybe Queens, when I found out that Nas and Mass Appeal were the ones financing this event, basically, I started putting 2 and 2 together. And Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it, Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it. Yeah. that rocked an entire borough of Queens. You heard Nori go, you'll hear all of them guys say it. Nori said, the song was so dope, I hated it, but it was so damn dope, but we vowed never, you know what I'm saying, to let that, us find ourselves in that position again. And I gotta give them their applause. Queens is probably created more iconic figures over per capita than anybody else. It's debatable, but a lot of legends, even Nas said when he did Illmatic, it was a secret tribute to KRS-One. Because he bodied an entire borough. Right? And so I was saying, maybe this is the ultimate get back. This is chess, not checkers, at the Bronx and KRS-One by having, Queens reign supreme, basically. But in my opinion, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. You know what I mean? And so then when I saw who the DJ was, DJ Marley Marl, great DJ, iconic DJ, trailblazing DJ, but the Bronx has some of the most iconic DJs
That's a fact.
in the history. Kool Herc. Now, I didn't expect him to DJ the event because he's been, I heard, under the weather. Grandmaster Flash. Grand Wizard Theater, who created the scratch. Have you heard of Kid Capri? Have you heard of Funkmaster Flex? And this is just to name a few. So, and the DJ is held in the highest regard for us who dealt with hip hop. See, a lot of these groups don't even have a DJ now. But the DJ was everything for us. And to now you're DJing, and guess who he's bringing out for his set? Because he has his set. The goddamn Juice Crew. The very people KRS-One murdered and slaughtered. He also threw shots at Run DMC. Without a crown, still burn or whatever. He was taking shots at them being kings and him being a teacher. So I think the ultimate chess move from Nas, this is just me, was to say on the 50th anniversary, 50 years down the line, you can start this. Because we'll be the old school artists, which KRS-One said, is to have now. There are going to be people in the chat who say, yeah, well, Nas did reach out to KRS-One. He did. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not putting him in his proper place in reference to the culture, and he's just going to be one of the acts, it is blasphemy from those of us who see the old school artists or the pioneers, and we hold them in the highest regard. Because this is not about record sales. You know what I mean? This is about who still embodies the culture. And so I think the same way Jay-Z hired Nas. He signed him after Nas ethered him. That was a chess move. I think this was the ultimate chess move. Now let me say this: if Nas is putting up his money, he can do what he want to do. So KRS-One respectfully declined and said he, because of his moral values, he didn't think it was right that they should be charging money, to celebrate the birthday of hip hop. It's a Live Nation show. That's not the culture. We'll get to that in a minute, Steve Cadell. You are absolutely correct. Because I'm going to go on about a 10-minute spiel here. I'm just getting warm, right? And so, with that being said, that was the politically correct answer to give. Because the very next day, it's a free, and he kept stressing, this is free. And it's going to have graffiti writers. And it's going to have B-boys. So he was making his point, by saying this is what the culture is. Now, I'm going to say all of that to segue into Chuck Creekmore from allhiphop.com, peace to the God. He made a statement on his Facebook page today. I'm paraphrasing. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes right now. You know what I mean? And I do know, without knowing, because you have different factions. Everyone feels within this short window and opportunity that they should be honored and respected, and this should be their moment. You got all of the old school guys who saying, well, we laid the foundation for all of this that you see.
Yeah.
It should be about us. You got a whole bunch of mid-range guys who weren't getting no work for the last 2-3 years.
Okay.
Now they hot.
Yeah.
You know, corporations is throwing money around.
Yeah.
But, you know, back to Steve Canal's point, and corporations are riding the wave, and they throwing money around and bringing people out of the woodworks, you know what I'm saying, who are dormant. And then you have the legendary or top of the rank guys who are just riding the wave. And I wonder what's going to happen after this weekend when the weekend is over and there's no more corporate money, but you have so many internal battles that are going on that it's almost embarrassing for people who want to get their shine, people who want to get their, you know what I mean? And so these are some of the things that are going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I doubt very seriously that KRS-One would be able to close out a show in Queens celebrating the 50th year of hip-hop. In fact, and I like LL Cool J as well, and I know him and Grandmaster Caz are like this, and because he has his satellite radio show, he had the Cold Crush Brothers. These are the Beatles of hip-hop. If Run DMC are the Rolling Stones, these guys are the Beatles of hip-hop. Everybody honors them, everybody. In fact, the song Down with the King, that is an ode to the Cold Crush Brothers. You know what I mean? He had them open up the show at the Rock the Bells Fest with nobody in the audience, basically. Disgusting, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? And so corporate America is rushing in everyone who has nothing to do with hip-hop, but there are some people who don't see the culture as what it is. This is just a way to make money.
Right. There
are people, and I'm going to ask this one simple question, Malcolm. I asked you earlier. I said, what are we celebrating?
Yeah, that's another layer.
It's a tough layer
That's
because
it's
going to be, well, we celebrating the culture. What is the culture? Right? And there are 150 to 200 men and women. 95% of them over the last 30 years in particular have put out nothing but songs about drugs, murder, killing, crime, jail. And I feel that's the rap aspect of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got away from the hip hop element around 89, 90, 91, 92, let's just say.
Okay.
And that's when we had KRS-One, X-Clan, Brand Nubians, Poor Righteous Teachers, so many groups that had more of a message. Now, I'm not saying it all had to be positive. Then this thing became corporate.
Yeah.
And once it became corporate, it became an act. Sex sells, violence sells. Then they found ways to see that these images that were being put out and these songs that were being sung were having a reverberating effect on the generation behind it. And so they can build prisons now based off the songs that were being played at this point that would project and affect that. And it became a whole big money grab on so many levels. But the greatest rap songs I ever heard prior to the 80s and early 90s really just made me shake my ass and have a good time. Now, there are going to be some that say, okay, but economically, hip-hop rules the world, but we don't rule hip-hop.
That is, I think, an undisputed fact.
Let's just okay. So if hip-hop runs and rules the world, but we don't run and rule hip-hop, what are we celebrating? Corporate America are the biggest celebrators. The elite are the biggest celebrators. The manipulators are the biggest celebrators while we get to dance as usual and shake our ass. And that's all I'm seeing. I'm seeing event after event after event all over the country. And you know what we're doing? We're celebrating. We're having a great time. But what are we celebrating? Are we celebrating our demise and they're basically laughing at us? because economically, socially, politically, spiritually, we are so far behind. Look at what just happened last week. Look at the goddamn chair experiment.
Oh, yeah.
Where it just became, again, something that could have been serious, that we could maybe pinpoint. It became the funniest thing ever. You know what I mean? And so we don't take anything serious. And there are people laughing at us at the top of their goddamn lungs. And we are out celebrating because Snoop Dogg wrote, "Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks." I'm just using him as an example. It could be, you know what I mean, your favorite artist as an adult now, 50 years in. See, we couldn't do this 20, 30 years ago because we was in it. But now I'm 50 years removed from it. I was born before hip hop hit the earth. You know what I'm saying? I hit Cedar Park in 1977. So I see firsthand all of the phases. I am a grandfather now, sitting back watching, and 5 represents in the supreme mathematics power or refinement. All right? So we have no power. If we want to gain power, we have to refine, which means we have to clean this shit up. How do we clean it up if we don't own it? This is all that I'm simply saying in the grand scheme of things. And so, I'm going to go out on Saturday because I know I'm going to see a reflection of all of the elements that I fell in love with. It was just innocent stuff. You know, seeing people who enjoyed something, seeing people come together, stop, a lot of the violence, and were using their art as a weapon before corporate America found a way to sneak in and turn our culture against us in a way in which now we're celebrating our own demise.
Jeez. Yeah.
And nobody else is gonna say it like that. You know me, I'm not pushing to be on nobody's panels and none of that shit. None of that shit matters to me. And this is just my view on, from a cultural standpoint, after all my eyes have witnessed and what I've been privy to see things esoterically, from an occult standpoint, a spiritual standpoint, and a mundane standpoint, we have a lot of work.
Yeah, you got to do. You got to think like there's going to be people who have never written a rhyme, never recorded a beat, never held a microphone, that are feeding their grandkids off of hip hop that had nothing to do with it, and I think that's crazy. And then there are all the elders who are very bitter. A lot of the elders are bitter. That dynamic is interesting.
They did not know, and they'll say, but we did this so y'all could do that. No, you didn't. You didn't know that this was going to be that. Now, technically, you're right. You did not know that this was going to be that. We all thought this was just a passing fad, some good music. We didn't even call it hip-hop until, goddamn, you heard it on Sugar Hill Record, that was the first time I even heard the term goddamn hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just going to the jam, having a good time. And so no one knew what this thing was going to spur into. You know what I mean? But it also goes to show how the Almighty, the Supreme, the Omnipresent, your ancestors, whatever you want to call it, works. How the last shall be first and the first shall be last. You can take the most desolate place in the world at the time, the Bronx, at one standing building on a block. I mean, when I tell you it was bad, and something so phenomenal can change the world. So we can rise from any standpoint whenever that DNA within us begins to align and we begin to remember, which is put back together certain aspects of who we were and make something out of nothing. Our problem is we are always the creators, but there are layers below us who can manufacture what we can take from the astral realm, the unseen, and make it seen, and it goes through like some funnel, and when it's seen, there are those here who catch that manufacture, market, promote it, and create something for themselves because they cannot ascend to those creative levels that we can to bring this into existence. And most of the time, we're not thinking monetary or any of that stuff because that's almost the lowest level of being God. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. My human essence of myself is the lowest essence. I can leave this body at any time and continue to move on. But there are those where this is the highest essence of who they are. So they're looking to maximize everything within that circumference of third dimensional paradigm. And so this needs to buy them a house. This needs to give them jewels. This needs to have them prepare for their children to enjoy everything they can enjoy here, because there is nothing after this, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And that's what hip hop is. You know what I'm saying? And so I was fortunate enough to drop those jewels and leave them here in Hip Hop Decoded and so much of my work for those who are ready when they are ready. And I'm going to get off my spiel now with that.
All right. Okay. You was cooking.
I'm just saying, somebody got to put it in the Akashic records that it was said, in this manner.
Okay. So, all right. So Saturday there are free events happening.
Yeah, the whole event is free. It's a bunch of Karis One, of course, will be headlining, but Public Enemy is going to be in the building.
And this is at Cedar Park.
1520 Cedric,
Oh.
which is down the block from
Yes.
Cedar Park.
Okay.
See, the story goes, 1520 got so crowded
Moved
in
it
the
to Cedar
community center that Herc had to move it down the block to Cedar Park. Now, we know, if you just use common sense, hip hop didn't start in 1973 at that party, because that means he would have just had to, oh shit, let me get 2 turntables, a mixer, let me get some records. And so we know that DJing and all of these components existed before that.
Right.
But this party became so legendary because it brought people from all over that as a reference point. That's all 1973, August 11th is a reference point in which we can say that was the most memorable jam, because it never stopped from there. He never went back into the community center.
Right.
Cedar Park became that place where this thing was popping, and on the south side of the Bronx, in the South Bronx, Disco King Mario was already rocking. You know what I mean? And then Smokey and the Lockatrons over on the east side, they was rocking. And before you know it, Breakout and Baron and them was rocking. And this thing speared, and there were already DJs all over the place. But we give her credit for the merry-go-round, which was the breakbeat, the part of the record that nobody wanted, the get down part. Extending the get down. You know what I mean? He didn't even do it nice, because he didn't know the semantics of listening to and cueing it. He just did it.
Yeah.
And he was pissing a lot of B-boys off at the time, because you dancing on rhythm, and you throw the next in and it ain't on time.
Right.
The ingenuity of Grandmaster Flash to get a sneak peek at what could be coming and keeping this thing on point made the B-boys happy, who Herc didn't like in his parties at the beginning. If we're going to tell it, let's tell it. He called them boyoings. And they was bouncing up and down in his parties and all that old kind of shit, right? Africa Bambaataa embraced that because it gave him an insight, because he was the master of records. Which breakbeats was going to be hot and which ones was not. So imagine sitting in your window and throwing a breakbeat on, and the dancers go, and then you throw something on, and he like, oh, okay. So that means when he comes out to the jam, he already know what's going to rock the party and get that thing bumping.
Man.
You know what I mean? So that's how all of this thing began to lay itself out, and we began to move forward. And while everybody else, Brooklyn, Queens, had massive systems and was playing Love Is the Message and a lot of disco records. Now, our issue with the disco stuff was they didn't let us in the clubs, because we wasn't dressed a certain kind of way. And that's what led to the free parties and stuff, and we can be who we wanted to be, and we began to rebel, and there was a disconnect from disco, which brought about the jams in the park, which led to what we call hip-hop, and has evolved into hip-hop, higher learning, healing our people. Is it hot? No, it's
that don't say.
Higher infinite power healing our people. I'm sorry. Higher infinite power healing our people. KRS-One, who began to add the philosophy along with just the physical acts, and the rest, as we know it, is history.
You remember that show, The Get Down, that was on Netflix?
Yes.
That episode where, like, I think it was the first episode where he tried to get into the disco club, couldn't get in. He said, all right, we're going to go to the Get Down. He was, what's the Get Down? He's, you know what the Get Down is? And he brought them in, and I thought that episode was so fire because it looked like a completely different world.
Yes.
Like, and they walked in like, what? Like, it looked like a complete, that already was happening as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It didn't, they just came into like a different,
and we call
like,
that part of the record with the whole, that's trash. Oh, you play the trash part of the record. The Get Down, that secret, it's like a lollipop and you get to the bubble gum. The break beat was the Get Down part. And with that, we can take a break.
Oh,
we 33 minutes in this.
I gotta ask you about your man.
Okay, let's end it with that.
Yeah, I gotta ask you about your man. So, Eminem, we talked about Eminem dissing Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Melly Mel responded. Did you guys hear this?
Shit was fire. If this was 1979.
Yeah, he ended with the like the rah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the real, what was that, man?
Okay, all right, let me unpeel this for you. This is what I thought. First of all, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Eminem was greasy for that. He waited until the 50th anniversary. Maybe he's jealous because in Detroit they're not honoring him. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, that'd be so fire if every state just had their own.
Because
that'd
it
be
spreads
fire.
so fast.
Yeah, that would
and
be
you can
fire.
have other people fly in, but they shouldn't close.
Yeah, and because everybody has their own recollection of when it happened for them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's
that'd be fire.
That's the common person's connection to hip hop. You could have been in Toronto and be like, nah, my man Jay Ski, who nobody knows of, was the first person I heard play a record.
Yeah.
You have a respect because he brought something to you you never heard. So I am with, imagine being in the dirty South and you having KRS-One close the show. No bueno.
Yeah.
We respect you there, but we have our own, right? So first of all, I don't know what Eminem is on, but I took that personal because you did something purposely to kind of put your mark on the 50th anniversary of hip hop, almost as if you're above this.
Yeah.
And then you make statements like, I came in as a guest, but now I have a mansion. And because that's the mindset of Europeans.
Yes.
Overall, we come in, we see this shit you're doing. Oh, that's creative stuff.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Yeah.
Write that down. You call that hip hop.
Yeah. And what do I have to do? Rhyme words.
Rhyme words. And okay, so I tell you what, you guys rhyme the words. I'll create the company and then the infrastructure to eat off this shit that you're doing.
Yeah, and create the rules around it.
And create the rules by which it is formidable.
Yeah.
So Eminem, became the art. They was waiting for Eminem for years. They had Vanilla Ice. They had Jump Around. I forget my man's name. He was good.
House of Pain?
Yeah, House of Pain. He was good. Third Base.
Yeah.
We respected them. They had a black DJ. But Eminem became that because he was sanctioned by who? Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
So yes, he has a mansion now. Melly Mel, who we call, Coke La Rock, is considered the first MC, but he wasn't doing like bars. Not that I remember. He was, Kirk is in the house. Is in the house. Melly Mel was the first one that we felt like put rhymes together with his name in them and this and that. So he's the first MC.
Right.
In my humble, the first dope MC.
Okay.
Melly Mel. Right? The first European great, or the Elvis of it, is Eminem, Marshall Mathers.
Okay.
And so 1970, I think Melly Mel came on the scene in 75 or something. 70, So now you throw a shot 40 years in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At an elder who may have been speaking out of place. Elders do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
In basketball.
In all kind of
in everything, yeah.
We do it.
Yeah.
We say things, and you just as the more powerful individual, status-wise, record sales, younger, this and that, because you get no points for punching out an old man.
Right.
Not in my neighborhood.
Right.
Oh, you punched out an old man, really? And so he should have just avoided Melly Mel. This is Melly Mel's moment. 50 years of hip hop. Melly Mel may never see more honor than what he's going to see over this period. Let Melly Mel have his moment. You couldn't do it. You're a piece of shit for that, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? So now Mel, in his own ego and in his own pride. Now, this is what I think Mel should have did. Mel should have just waited until he saw him and punched him in the face. He's bigger. Yeah. He's stronger. You know how you just be like, you know, if you don't shut the fuck up, little nigga, that's what I think he should have did. I would have accepted that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you beating me, even at basketball, them old dudes will start roughing you up.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, we playing jailhouse rules. What the fuck happened here, right? That's what I think he should have did. But my next honorable solution should have been, he should have put on an old school breakbeat. Impeach the president, 7 minutes of funk. And he should have took his time. We didn't expect him to have that caliber, 40 years later skill set. It's like asking Dr. Dre, Dr. J to go up against Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. J still got some moves. And if you see his moves now, you be like, that. Back in the day, them shits was hot.
Yeah.
Because that's how I play.
Yeah.
Because I dressed the part, I told you. I used to go to the court with the big baggy shorts on. I looked young. I be on the side, who got next? When we get out there, they say, oh, okay, honey. And then I get out there and I'm like, in my mind, my shit is ha, 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 ha. In reality, it's So this is what Melly Mel looked like. I think my shit is, you recitation. In reality, I think I'm running down all cool and shit, and ladies, I'm right. Just trying to give you an analogy of this shit, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't expect, but with that being said, I played with some old dudes who still got buckets.
Yeah.
It don't look cool.
Yeah, it's fundamental.
It's fundamental, but it's buckets.
Yeah.
I expected Mel to give him buckets.
Yeah.
Put on an old school beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go in, give him a few buckets, spank him a little bit. I would have gave Mel what we call extra credit.
Yeah.
Okay, you came out, you put that break beat on, you showed him where this thing started from in honor of 50 years of hip hop. This is how we did it.
Right.
Eminem back in the day, we didn't get on somebody else's beat. In fact, we didn't even rhyme with other niggas back then if they wasn't in our group, right? So what kind of bullshit is this? You getting on somebody else's track to throw shots? Nah, watch this. Boom, doom, 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 doom. And he should have went off. I'd have been like, give that to Mel.
Yeah.
We're going to give the win to Mel.
Yeah.
But that's not what he did.
No.
And then he put on a beat that looked like he made this shit on his dresser. I was like, what the? Now, hold on now. Maybe it's going to open up and then it's going to, and it was bad. Now, he had a few cool punchlines in it.
Yeah.
Called him Bill Cosby, Pee Wee Herman, said this nigga is the piss in the elevator of hip hop. All them little cool little lines. But no, I think you should have left it where it is. So now Eminem doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah,
because the damage is already done.
Or even like address, or even like,
he don't
be held accountable.
But but I'll never forgive Eminem for that because he didn't read the room. You know what I mean? So this is spiritual warfare. This is what I mean. This is what Nas did.
Yeah.
To KRS, in my humble opinion. You just shitted on an aspect of the culture that, and Nas knows the hierarchy of the rooms and where he was, and you know what I mean? But he had the money, which is embarrassing that nobody from the Bronx could have did this on their own in the mayor, and we could have had Sha Rock and Crazy Legs and Pop Master Fable.
Yeah.
We could have, KRS-One wanted to show you the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just the commercialized, because now the list is Run DMC, and then it's Nas. He threw himself in there. Him and Snoop. Then this shit go down one more level, and then it's Ice Cube and somebody else. Then by the time we get to level 4, we get A Boogie and Fat Joe and somebody.
That is kind of odd.
That's just a little odd.
That is out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you think I'm a conspiracy theory, you like
absolutely.
in the birthplace, in the Atlantis of hip hop,
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, that's messed up.
All right, so that's my spiel, and I think now
Yes, now we can go to a commercial
we can get into a commercial break.
We'll be right back. I'm getting him some water because he's on fire.
Yeah, give me some water. Yep.
This summertime on Patty Z Radio, each and every Saturday, DJ Z drops some cool summer romance jams from 8 to 10 p.m. London time. Follow at Patty Z Radio on Instagram and Twitter for more info. Patty Z Radio, get lost in music. Patty Z Radio, get lost in music. Patty Z Radio, get lost in music.
Welcome to www.presto.shop, your personalized photo creations. We have everything from hoodies to t-shirts, keychains, mugs, and cups. Our items make great gifts for graduations, birthdays, celebrations, holidays, and so much more. So reach out for any special occasion and send your pictures over, and we can turn it into something beautiful and spectacular. We specialize in everything from rugs, blankets, pillows, cups, and so much more. Contact us today at support@presto.shop.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Ascending Infinite Goddess Chanel, and I just wanted to come and connect with you, share some of my time and energy with you, and let you know that despite what you may be feeling during this spiritual journey, you are not alone. I know it may feel like you're going crazy because that's how I felt at the beginning too, but know that you have your entire spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, your higher divine self, just waiting to connect with you. So if you're looking for confirmation, or you're looking for some answers, you're looking for someone that can help you on this spiritual journey path, visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess, and let's grow together. I'm here to help you. Thank you for sharing some time with me, wealthy family.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Thank you guys for joining us. Hit the like button, please.
Please hit the like button. We up here working.
We'd appreciate it.
Sharing some things with you.
Yes.
And we appreciate your company here. As always, we're humbled. This is our little juke joint on the side of the digital road.
Absolutely.
So tell a friend to tell a friend that, live, learn, laugh, love. That's what we do. You get down here. You can get these T-shirts in the shop soon. Or if you're a new member.
Yes, first 50 new members.
Starting tonight, you can go sign up now,
Yes.
right this minute.
And then email us, info@urbanx.nyc, and we'll send you a shirt.
You're going to get a free one.
Other announcement. So don't forget, September 1, the price of the membership goes up to $10 a month, $100 for the year. But if you sign up now, it stays at the same price for you at $5
Grandfather
a
for
month.
the rest of your life.
Yes.
You pass it down to your kids. Wait a minute, Sonny. I'm going to leave you this membership. You take good care of it. I've been watching the Urban X Nation for 22 years. Whatever. You can do whatever you want with it,
So.
But if you go out, close the door.
Yeah.
Because I see 1 or 2 people cancel this week. Just for what? Let the cancel. How do I cancel? I'm just like, all right, well, you go here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you want to do that. So.
Because we got a lot of stuff coming. Like I said, tonight, you get access to the Urban X University classes. With first class was
Yes. Abundance
Child, vegan cooking and stuff.
Vegan cooking with stuff that you have already in your fridge.
Yeah.
Stuff that you can freeze.
Yes.
And it preserves itself and add it to
And then we're adding other classes for other different subjects,
yes.
a bunch of different subjects. So we're gonna
do this damn thing. We're gonna do this damn thing.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, big news, Tory Lanez, he got sentenced to 10 years in prison for the Megan Thee Stallion shooting. He actually released a statement today.
He did?
Just
Okay.
on his Instagram. It says, to the umbrellas. I didn't know that's what he called his fans. Is that
I have
the
no
umbrellas?
idea.
Yeah. He says, I have never let a hard time intimidate me. I will never let no jail time eliminate me, regardless of how they try to spin my words. I've always maintained my innocence, and I always will. This week in court, I took responsibility for all of the verbal and intimate moments that I shared with the parties involved. That is it. In no way, shape, or form am I apologizing for the charges I am being wrongfully convicted of. I remain on the stance that I refuse to apologize for something I did not do. I faced adversity my whole life, and every time it looked like I would lose, I came out on top. This is nothing but another moment where my back is against the wall, and I refuse to stop fighting till I come out victorious. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. To my family, to my friends, and umbrellas, thank you for all your continued support. See you soon.
All right. That's his statement.
That is his statement.
You know what I mean? And it's a tough situation on all parties.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and I'm going to go back to a show three shows ago when I said the truth never matters. And I'm not insinuating that he told the entire truth, but I don't think he entirely lied either.
That's what I think.
I think it's something in the middle there where she fabricated some stuff, he denied some stuff. That's just me. Our people are not concerned about truth anymore. They're concerned about who they're rolling with. Mm-hmm. And when the lines are split evenly down the middle, because we're talking about men and women, this social media thing has actually turned us against each other. Because I look in all the comment section, 90% of the women are like, good, he deserves to be in jail. And 90% of the men are like, yo, you know that bitch lying, right? She says both of her feet got shot, and now the records are coming out, she didn't get shot. So it becomes a useless conversation when truth is not the end result that we're looking for.
That's probably like my only problem. I just want to know what happened. Remember, during this whole thing, I'm like, I just want to know what happened.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's what I think a lot of people were shocked he got 10. I was thinking 5. Like when I think they probably gonna give him like 5 years.
Because people have gotten less for doing more.
Yeah.
There's dudes who clap dudes and got less than that.
You saw O.J. Simpson?
What did he about the football player?
It was about the football player. It was about Henry Ruggs III. Right. He got 3 to 10 years for driving $160, killed that lady. She got engulfed in the fire. Her and her dog.
Yeah. And now, how much did he take? He got 3 to 10.
3 to 10. Yeah.
He deserved that.
Oh yeah.
You driving $160 and you take my mother's life or my wife's life on some recklessness. You need to sit down for a while.
So he was saying like the math. He said I only went to college on a football scholarship, but like how does somebody who go somewhere to retrieve their own items back, get 39 years, and somebody was like, you got a lot of nerve.
You got a lot of balls.
OJ.
No, technically, he's right.
He was going to take his stuff.
But OJ, I'm not even going to address you, OJ, about that. I'm not.
Yeah.
So back to this issue.
Remy got 7 years. She shot somebody in the face. Yeah, she got 8 years.
Did she shoot her in the face?
Yeah. She shot her friend in the face.
Oh, I didn't know she shot her in the face. I know she shot her.
Yeah.
Okay. So she only got 8
years.
I think it was for shooting her friend in the face. But this was a lot deeper. There are layers. Remember, he put out that NFT. His album, he charged $1 for his album, sold 1 million copies in an hour. Don't forget that.
That's right, yeah.
And that was cracking a code because he owns his masters.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
It was in the stomach. It was in the stomach.
I thought he shot her.
I thought it was in the face.
I thought he shot her in her ribs. And I don't. And from what
it's all bad. It's all bad. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying.
So Interscope didn't like that because he owns his masters.
Yes.
Rock Nation was trying to sign him, and he was showing artists, you can sell your album for $1. Then the resale could be 10, 15, 20, whatever. He went platinum in an hour. Right? Because 1 million copies sold.
Yeah.
Doesn't say it has to be at $10.
Yeah.
It says 1 million copies sold. And so he was breaking codes that I haven't seen anybody replicate since. So did this have something to do with it as well? Let's silence this guy who don't want to play ball with us. So there are a lot of moving parts. And I'm not up here because I will be wasting, I don't like to waste energy. I be wasting energy trying to argue with the women and convince the men and argue with the men. And so we know we're not after truth. We roll with who we roll with.
I actually forgot about the NFT thing. That was actually kind of crazy.
Oh, no, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That year, he was just on such a run.
Yes.
And then boom, all over.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Apparently, he's going to get a year taken off due to time served.
For time served, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's an appeal process that may come through, may not.
Yeah, I mean, no, because I just thought it was clever because he didn't get charged for shooting her. You got charged for an illegal gun. You're going to get charged for that.
Right.
Discharge, it went off. You're going to get charged for that. And it was something, it was in the car. So it was those three things
was enough.
Was enough because
for them
people was like, well, he didn't. He shot her. Well, he technically didn't get brought up for shooting her.
Right, and that was their smooth way around making sure he still gets time.
Right.
Because most people think he went to jail for a shooting, and he was in a foreign country.
And he's an immigrant. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
So they Toronto.
They took Slick Rick ass back home.
Yeah.
After he did his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he did his time first, and then they deported his ass back to London.
He's back now.
Dude, that was years ago.
Yeah.
How old are you, man?
Yeah, I know, I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was years ago. Yeah.
They deported Shine.
They deported Shine's
Yeah, they
ass.
definitely deported Shine. Yeah.
After he did his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else did they deport? Buju. They deported him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
So that happens.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, random. DJ Casper passed away.
Yes, man.
Famous,
Damn, I don't have a
famous cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide.
Yo, so
damn, big it up.
I forgot where it was. Me and wife, we literally was talking about. I wonder what this dude is doing. Because
turn around.
Like you hear that song at every graduate. I mean, like every cookout, every wedding, every sweet 16. You just hear it. And it was everywhere. He was only 58.
He was 58 years old.
He had cancer.
So condolences out to him and his family, and for leaving us with something that will last for time immemorial.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes I be so off the Hennessy at 2 times. I be late. People be turning around this way. I be turning the other way. And what the fuck is wrong with
Let's turn it.
Turn around. Yeah. 2 times. By the time I get to it, they on 3 steps now. You know, so yeah, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. You know, I do not know how to do the electric slide.
Still? How old? How old are you?
My mind, I think I overthink it, and I be watching people in the. I be like, and then it's I think it's the dip part right here that I always get wrong. When I dip, I spin, and then I'm looking at everybody, and they going, "What is wrong with you?"
Oh my God!
Mama be like, "What is wrong with you?" It's very simple.
Embarrassing her.
Yeah. So that's how that goes for me, and. But our deepest condolences.
Yes, definitely. Like he's immortal.
The pocket sand guy died.
Yes.
Too.
So of King of the Hill, the guy who did the pocket sand, his voice, he passed away.
What?
Yeah, he was only like 50. He was young, 55, 56. He was young.
Wow.
He passed away.
Jeez.
Yes.
Man.
So a lot of people passed, like just young, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Speaking of young, there was this little viral Asian girl. She went viral a couple years ago, like 5 years ago. Lil Tay.
Yeah.
And it came out yesterday. It was reported yesterday she died. It even came out on TMZ that she suddenly died. And everybody's like, oh man. And then I saw one person go, I don't believe it. One person, right? And there was this because her mom, when she became internet famous, it was her mom behind the camera doing all of this orchestrating, the media. And somebody said, I don't believe this. I feel like her mom is doing something, or you know what I mean. I was like, oh. And then my intent is when I was saying, I don't know yet. Right. Come to find out, she's alive.
Oh boy! And TMZ fell for that.
TMZ had to take the post down. They never take
posts down. Yeah, I go to TMZ before I go to your mama.
Yeah,
I be like, wait a minute, let me go to TMZ first, because wow. See how attention is, and when you're no longer getting it.
Yeah.
Side note: this AI situation is going to keep a lot of people young, voice-wise.
Okay.
Like Gracie's Corner.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
She might be a grown-ass woman,
yeah,
still singing them songs, because of AI.
She looking tired, man. I don't know.
Yeah, she's tired. She's like,
she looking tired.
as a kid should be. I was having fun. This was cute.
Yeah.
But now this is our lifestyle.
Yeah.
But get your ass out there. Want to eat, right?
Eat.
Get your ass on there, right? And so I saw Chuck Creekmore from All Hip Hop. He interviewed the DOC. And I was wondering, because I know Beanie Siegel said he was going to do it.
Yes.
I wonder if the DOC can find his voice. He's still a dope lyricist and writer.
Yeah.
It's still his stuff.
Yeah.
It's just not his voice. How does that work? How does that preserve? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause there were a lot of artists. DMC from Run DMC. He had lost his voice for a while.
Yeah.
How does, looking at maybe the positive side of AI, how does that work with aligning people or allowing them to?
Yeah, I just don't want them to mess with dead people. With dead.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
I don't want to.
Because because now you're just using the voice. You're putting ideas and concepts that weren't in the minds of. I don't want to hear Michael Jackson saying, transgender is good. I think you should be a transformer. I don't want to hear some shit he didn't say.
I don't want to hear Biggie on a Timberland beat.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. Now I'm talking about real. Now the first original AI was Tupac. In honor of 50 years, I'm gonna reveal it to you now. There's no way this nigga in 2 years wrote 749 songs. You Tupac people, you take it any way you want to take it.
They already think you hate Tupac.
I don't. I love Tupac. He's one of my top 5, point blank, hands down. I'm an artist. In 2 years, 749 songs. 3 books, 9 movies.
Yo, you know what I hate? I hate.
Come on now.
When like the 90s rappers, they start doing interviews again. They say, "Yeah, I got a whole album with Tupac and Biggie." Like, shut up! No, you don't.
Shut the fuck up! No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Now,
Biggie was about to join Death Row. No, he was not.
A lot of y'all don't know Milli Vanilli.
Oh yeah.
Was very famous.
Yeah.
And they won Oscars, Grammys. They was on stage like, "Thank you very much." Niggas were not singing none those songs.
Yeah.
So I'm just simply saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got dreams, motherfuckers killing me. Shit, if they put me in the room, I could do some Tupac lyrics, 749 songs. Now Biggie died, he had an album, maybe a few verses. That makes sense, few verses out there. 749 songs.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Even the most stark Tupac fan, you gotta go, that's a lot of songs, man. Come on, man. Unless, now we can stretch. Nigga's still alive.
Unless he was still in the booth.
He's still in the booth in Cuba.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dropping songs. You saw the Dave Chappelle skit. Nigga was talking about his watch and his cell phone. Nigga Chappelle was like, "Oh, okay, what the fuck?" He was talking about mileage. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, ESPN is getting into sports betting now. ESPN Bet, that's what it's called. As a result, so Barstool Sports was bought for $500 million a few years ago. I think like 5 years ago.
And that's who Wally and them are down with.
Yes. Gilly and Wallow. Gilly and Wallow.
Gilly and Wallow.
He is combining the names.
All right.
So they're down with Barstool Sports. And the company that owned them, Penn, they got in with the ESPN deal. I think they're going to be the platform that is the sports betting is going to be hosted on. They could not own, I think, Barstool at the same time.
Oh, like a double jeopardy,
it was like
conflict of interest.
Yeah, it was like something like they couldn't do that. So they had to give the company back to Dave Portnoy, who is the original owner of it. He bought it back for $1. $1, and they worked out the deal to where that company gets 50% of Barstool's earnings for like the next few years or something.
Okay, make their money back.
Yeah.
Okay. He made out.
Yeah, a lot.
He made $500 million, and then he bought it back for $1.
Yeah.
That's not a bad deal.
Yes.
Now, but let me ask you, isn't that like a conflict of interest?
So ESPN
for you,
yes.
reporting on sports.
Yes. And then being able to make the book that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Or you let's say you don't speak in favor of a boxer because you want the betting to be there. Isn't that like a
that's kind of crazy? I think that's crazy. Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Because see, I don't think so and so could really fight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put my money on him. Now you can say that now because we don't have no betting company. I wouldn't bet on him.
Yeah.
But now,
and you make the that's crazy.
Dude, that's a little crazy.
I don't know how that's gonna happen. And remember, there were ESPN analysts who were working with FanDuel at the time, and that would say something about the draft. Like, I don't think he's gonna go number 1.
Yes,
I'm hearing number 3, and then come to find that he does go number 1.
Yes,
and
gambling is
rigged, man.
Gambling is a drug, just like any other drug, and there are a lot of people involved.
They said Phil Mickelson over 30 years has bet over $1 billion. I didn't even know he made that much money in his career.
Yeah, I can see it. Golfers make bread, son.
$1 billion? You bet? And he said he's lost over $100 million
this year.
No,
right?
I don't know about this year, but I know overall.
Okay, all right.
That is nuts.
Yeah, well,
and if you see, there's a lot more gambling being kind of pushed. Like, you know how alcohol is like a vice that is just kind of, it's legal, we can push it. Gambling now is becoming more open. Like Drake be on like live streams, just losing $1 million a day.
And so again,
like it's being kind of
it's so sports and to follow the money. Sports can't be real. It's just dude. When you go into a casino, it ain't real.
Yeah.
If you win, you just was an anomaly of somebody who had to win. Mm-hmm. Right? Most of them know they walking that music all loud. They cover them windows. You don't know where you at.
No time,
and you hear
no
the sound of the
no cell phone service.
You like, oh, she just won. You don't know she just won 2,000 pennies.
Yeah.
Old people, they play on the penny machine.
Yeah.
They got to make that $20 coupon that they got on the bus ride that is free. They got to make that last. So they be on the penny machine. But the noise of it, and me, I'm old school. Now they give you your money on the card. They go credit.
Yeah.
Still makes the noise. No, I need to see. I need to drag a bucket of quarters up to the counter and cash my shit in. Like, and that's the kind of
Yeah.
And so all of this is a hustle.
Yeah.
It's like the dice game in the hood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You not leaving with that money.
Yeah.
That shit look good, don't it?
Roll that back, man.
Roll that back.
Yeah.
Especially if nobody know you.
Yeah.
You think you just roll in and win?
Somebody like a few years ago, somebody in Brooklyn, he got killed for that. He won. He was winning too much.
Yeah.
And he tried to bounce, and they were just like, whoa.
What you think this is?
Yeah. And nobody knew him. He wasn't from the neighborhood.
That's my point. That don't work. So all the gamble stuff it's like the lotto. In fact, I need to check my numbers.
Somebody from Florida got that.
I got the whole thing.
But
there's like some mini winners.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
I might have won a few dollars.
Might have won a few dollars. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the grand scheme of things, see, I don't bet heavy with that.
Mm-hmm.
I give them $2, $3.
Yeah.
I go, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
It'll be.
It'll be. But that, again, is a hustle.
Yeah.
All of that shit is a hustle.
Yeah.
So now they just coming straight out, and you trying to tell me that these athletes can't be bought? Mm-hmm. This is all mob tied?
I'm sure.
Allegedly.
That's allegedly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's all mob tied, and you think these athletes cannot be bought?
Yeah.
You're out your damn mind.
So
Serious.
yeah. So that's what happened with ESPN Bet.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Right now, so the other day, the Congress speaker, I think McCarthy is his name, he demanded to see Joe Biden's bank statements to prove that they're not getting money from foreign entities, foreign businessmen. Mm-hmm. One of the government officials, they confirmed on the Gov website, and the White House Gov website, that they actually confirmed that the Biden family and associates received over $20 million in payments.
They probably received more than that.
I'm sure it is a lot
Way
more than that.
And he's never going to release his bank statements. Trump didn't.
Yeah.
Trump was like, you out of your mind.
Right.
And so that's a ploy sometimes to make it look grandstanding.
Yeah.
Well, I'm demanding your records, dude. Didn't he just give $24 billion more to...
He actually just requested another $24 billion from Congress today. I'm talking about Joe Biden, to give to Ukraine.
He's got to be the worst president in the history of being president.
Yo, and you know,
When it's all said and done, y'all gonna go.
and I think it's
What?
it's compounded because the media all leans his way. So you're seeing what's happening. Like, people are feeling what's happening. You're feeling just, you're feeling what's happening, and they're telling you, no, it's fine. People like Bidenomics. That's what they're calling it.
Oh,
Bidenomics. And people are feeling it, we feel good about it, and you're just like, yo, I'm not bugging.
And yet there's people all over the street in New York City. Our budget is $12 billion over or something phenomenal. We got people, the migrants in the street, but yet we're sending money over to somebody else, and we can't take care of people who actually live here.
Yeah,
and we're okay with that.
We've sent I think collectively like $130 billion to Ukraine. Think about what
that could do.
Just in America right now, right?
Yes.
Universal pre-K, homelessness, health, student loan. You get, like, think about what that could do for parents, for people who are homeless. What that could do for people right now.
Absolutely.
And nothing.
Absolutely.
Nothing. So I said, once that news came out that he received that much money, I said more Trump indictments are on the way.
Yes.
And was I right? I was right.
Right on point.
And I think
to distract you and get you focused this way. Yeah.
I think the DOJ in Atlanta, the Attorney General in Atlanta, or Georgia rather, has said that they're lining up about a dozen more indictments to come down on Trump. They actually fined the United States Department of Justice. They fined Twitter, aka X, for not releasing Trump's Twitter account because they were trying to get in and see what he was doing in his Twitter account. Even though, remember, when he got banned, he never came back to it. He was on his own social media site, Truth Social, if you remember.
Yes.
He's still on it, so he hasn't used that in a while. And I don't think he was personally using his Twitter account anyway. So it's just more, like you said, grandstanding. Like,
more grandstanding.
Show us your DMs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's all bull.
So, wildness, man. Wildness. The theater of politics.
The theater of politics.
The theater of politics. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
I haven't.
Even when Trump was in office.
I haven't.
When Trump was in office, it was the other way because everybody was against him. Like, every single night show, every single comedian joked. It was just like, I get it.
Left to right. And it was so bad, you knew it had to be staged.
Yes, all right.
Like, it's impossible for all of y'all to be hanging out with him just 2 years before. Partying, shaking up, taking pictures, putting them in rap songs.
Hillary Clinton.
Trump, my dude. And then 2 years.
Hillary Clinton, you like the person you have all this venom for. You were just with him. We got pictures.
Yes.
Of y'all with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All you rappers. Now it's cool to diss him, but it was cool to stay at the Trump Towers.
And it was cool to mention his name because you associated his name with getting money and all of that. And then within 2 years' time, just two, he became the biggest enemy in the world. That is psychological warfare.
Yeah.
That is a psyop among.
Yeah, listen, the media, I remember I took a college course, right? And it was a media course, and she talked about media as like an entity. It was, I thought it was real just dramatic. Well, you got to think, if I want to control people and I have media, and I'm talking TV, I'm talking YouTube, I'm talking social media, I'm talking just newspapers.
5 people. Remember, if you follow, only about 5 or 6 people own all of that.
If I can control that, and something crazy happens over here, and I can just pass a bill on, I can pass the wildest law in American history on page 300 of a 500-page bill, and I can just pass that through on a Tuesday.
Yes. While
y'all worried about this over here, I can control everything.
And that young man, that is what has happened.
That is it. That's what we're going through right now.
That is exactly what we're going through right now. Yes?
Yeah.
So and, it's time for a break.
Yeah, it's time for another commercial break. So
okay, so now we will debut.
Yes.
We are going to debut a small little taste of real mentality for you. Sit back and enjoy. We worked hard on it. It'll be in the membership for the members tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
We're going to drop that for the members, but for those of you who are on the fence, whether you think this is a little taste of some stuff we put together.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Tonight, there's growing outrage over this video showing at least 2 police officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin with their guns drawn following 29-year-old Jacob Blake as he walks around the front of a gray SUV. We paused the video after he opens the door with his back to an officer. At least 7 shots can be heard.
Don't think we don't see your pain. I got a real mentality, a better view of reality. This is life that I'm battling. Hey, don't think we don't see your pain. I got a real mentality, a better view of reality. This is life that I'm battling.
Yeah, we at the old world famous Oasis, Alkaline Oasis, out in Brooklyn. And to commemorate 50 years of hip hop, I think it's important that we launch this series speaking about hip hop, its potential, its effect, and all that it has done, or, to our generation. And so, since I'm the elder, I'll open up.
Okay.
But I have 3 different generations of hip hop lovers with me. And so for 50 years, it's been a long journey, but I also think that it's important that everyone gets a chance to reflect on what hip hop meant to them when you fell in love with hip hop. So Eli, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
I fell in love with hip hop around 2009, 2008.
Who was the artist for you?
I would say probably Drake or Lil Wayne.
Drake or Lil Wayne. And these are monumental artists still to this day. Malcolm.
I would say, to be honest with you, I think my first was probably DMX. And then I got into Busta Rhymes because of his videos.
Yes.
And then I started watching Cash Money.
Yes.
Lil Wayne, that was my guy for a while. And then I came back to Lil Wayne once he started going on his run. And then I was in the car with Marcus. He was driving me, I think, to football practice. And a Biggie verse came on. And it was the most incredible thing I had ever heard ever in life. And then I went on my whole Biggie rabbit hole. Eazy-E rabbit hole. So I was kind of everywhere with it. I didn't really have a set person I followed. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So. And Marcus, you being the elder out of the 3.
The first experience I started to fall in love with hip hop was listening to Criss Cross.
Yes.
Jump.
I remember taking you to their
my first concert.
And you wore the clothes backwards. It was real
my first
cool.
concert. That was my first and last concert ever, as far as a music concert. And I had an amazing experience, even though I was sick. But that was a footprint in my hip hop journey. And ever since then, I've always learned to listen to different artists like DMX, Biggie. It took me a while to catch up to Jay-Z because he was so far advanced.
Yes.
But Criss Cross got everything started.
A better view of reality. This is life that I'm battling.
And we're back. And we are back. We hope you enjoyed that little bit of, just a snippet of the show.
Yes.
Shout out Mega Bills.
It's been 4 years.
Shout out Mr. G.
Yes.
Over at the Alkaline Oasis for allowing us to use his spot.
Absolutely.
And dope, riveting conversations with 4 generations of men. And it's going to, some of these conversations that we've had collectively is going to be worth the time, energy, and money you put into it. And we just wanted to open up with hip hop to align it with, the 50th anniversary. And
yeah,
stuff.
you can see the 4 generations. We each our Marcus talking about Criss Cross,
yeah, that's that's way back.
Yeah, what?
Absolutely.
And then Eli, I think we've had some really, really incredible conversations. I can't wait for you to see it.
Can't wait for you to see the whole thing, and look forward to more and more shows coming. We're gonna tape a whole season.
And shout out to Mega Bills for the intro music.
Yes, and then we delayed and this and that, but we are here now, and so we'll put his link in the description where you can get that song everywhere.
Yes,
it's already available and it's out there, and so we wanted to do that. And so for the first 50 people who sign up, from today on,
yeah,
we'll get a free T-shirt.
Yes,
Freeman, Real Mentality shirt. You can get either color you want. Hit us with your size. We're going to pick up the cost of the t-shirt and the shipping and handling. Nobody do what we do. I don't care where you go. Everybody else is trying to get something out of your pocket.
Guys, listen.
For no value, and we give...
And I try to be, just unbiased, because I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yes.
And I'm just like, they're not messing with us, bro.
They're not messing with us, man.
And I'm tired of, I'm tired of,
Yeah, Aaron, come on, thank you, man. Appreciate the support.
I'm tired of walking on eggshells like I can mess with us. I can't.
Can't mess with us, man. Can't mess with us, man.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I saw a really, really disturbing story today. I want to get the actual story, but there was a baby who was being delivered by a hospital who was decapitated.
Yes.
Right now, this is as a result of it was regular vaginal birth.
A botched birth. Yeah.
Right? So apparently the family wanted a C-section. The hospital and the doctors insisted on a vaginal birth. It was very rough and decapitated the baby, right?
Decapitated the baby.
Now, apparently, obviously things happen in birth, things go wrong all the time. But apparently what this hospital did, they went through great lengths to hide it, even to the point of propping the head back on the baby's child, wrapping the baby up, showing the baby through a glass so that the family wouldn't see. They tried to not get an autopsy done as well.
Man, that hurts me so bad, man. You carry your baby for 9 months.
It's their family's first child.
You have this unspoken spiritual relationship with your baby. You request, and that's weird because usually doctors are trying to get you to do a C-section so they can make a little extra cash or whatever it is that they do for that. And for them
this
to do
happened
that,
in Atlanta.
For them to do that, and then to compound it and make it worse by propping my baby's head up and showing my baby to me through a glass and not getting me to do an autopsy, I think they should sue them for every dime they have. It's not going to bring your baby back. But they need to be held accountable for these actions because that is gross negligence.
Listen to me. Everybody.
I already know what you're going to say,
Everybody got it.
Everybody going to pay. Somebody going to, we're going to find out where Dr. So-and somebody got to pay because this makes 0 sense. 0 sense. So our deepest condolences. What's the family's name? Do you know?
So the family's name, this goes out to Jessica Ross and Travion Isaiah Taylor, Sr.
Our deepest condolences to you guys in this troubling time because I can't even imagine what I would do or how I would feel.
This happened at Southern Regional Medical Center.
Southern Regional Medical Center.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Absolutely.
Shame on you.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, also condolences, Clemson Brown.
Yeah, Clemson Brown, a pioneering, a videographer and historian from the conscious community. He had the biggest library of conscious tapes that I knew of. It was bigger than Sonetta's, bigger than Shabazz, bigger than Azariah, bigger than everybody's. And at one point, I had a big library, not as big as his. In fact, the very first lecture me and wifey went to in '97, I believe, he was the videographer there. I believe so. I went to, I think it was the year before that I went to a lecture, 96, 97. And he was doing the videographer at that point. And so he made his transition. And so our deepest condolences out to, he went out during the Lionsgate. He went out at 8/8. And so the gates opened for a warrior of his magnitude. And they always say when an elder dies, a library burns to the ground. His library is still here, but so much he left. And he didn't just do he did Pan-Africanism. He had a public access channel in Brooklyn, which put a lot of people on to Bobby and Phil and so many other people. And so his legacy lives on. And we thank you for your contributions.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So there was a huge fire in Hawaii that like basically took out like I think like their old capital when they were a kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah, like there were like kings and queens still buried on the island.
And that fire...
And fire took out like damn near everything.
Man, so have they said what the cause of the fire was?
I haven't seen the cause. Apparently it was a wildfire.
Okay.
I haven't seen like the actual cause of it yet. So I'm interested because from the videos I've seen, it looks
crazy. Yeah.
Like I've never seen like you've seen fires like take out a building, it looked like it just swept through everything.
Yes.
Like restaurants, this, that, everything, churches. It looks crazy.
Yeah. So our condolences out to them. Hope everyone is safe. Hopefully everybody got out in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really do.
So we got to talk about DJ Akademiks.
DJ Akademiks.
So Akademiks. So when he does these live streams on Twitch and on Rumble and stuff like that. But when he gets drunk, he gets in his feelings. I don't know what about, and everybody is fair game to him. So
okay, so he has a drinking problem.
It looks like it. He looks like when he gets in those drunken rants, he looks like an alcoholic, and it's becoming a shtick now. Like people can't, I got the Henny. Like, what are you about to say?
Yeah, we know where this is about to go.
You get what I'm saying? So First, I saw a big rant. He went in on Megan Thee Stallion because during the whole Tory and Meg thing, he was reporting on it. He was like, I got information from this. She said this. She lied about this. And you could tell he didn't believe what happened.
Right.
So he was reporting from that standpoint.
Yes.
So when Tory got sentenced to 10 years, people were going in on him. So he got drunk and he just started blasting. I don't care what nobody say. This is what happened. So he went in on Meg. He went in on SZA for some reason.
Wow.
He called her fat. He did like, you just as fat as me. I don't care.
So it's almost sounding like he has a problem with women.
No.
Okay, but on this day,
it seems like
he knocked down 3 women this day.
Yes.
Meg, SZA, and...
But when he's mad at Meek, when he's mad at Rory and Mo, when he's mad...
All right.
It sounds like what it sounds like, it feels like somebody who never got any girls growing up.
Yes.
And never got any real attention growing up.
Yes.
Never got any, whatever his just do was growing up. Now he is getting it. Now he's talking with real bravado.
Yes.
Right? So he went in on Erykah Badu because if you remember 5 years ago when they were on Everyday Struggle, she had the ongoing joke, the whole episode, you look like somebody. The whole episode she was doing that. Then at the end, you look like Tom and Jerry, basically Jerry from Tom and Jerry. And he went off on her. You ran through. You a cum rag for rappers. You ran through rappers. You got 5
And he held on that for 5 years.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Continue.
For 5 years. So, Erykah Badu has her vagina scent incense.
Called pussy.
That's what it's called?
It's called pussy.
Okay, so she has a special edition. Only 20 going out that with the Tom and Jerry for the biggest pussy in the industry because he deserves it. Basically, talking to Akademiks, didn't name him. So that's what's happening.
Yeah, this guy, when you hold on to something like that for 5 years, again, it speaks of somebody with low self-esteem.
He has incredibly low self-esteem.
Very low self-esteem. And now this position in hip-hop, which I don't understand how he got here, he has taken that to his head to think he is actually important.
He is it.
He is it.
Yeah.
Right? And now he's pulling a 6ix9ine. He's challenging you.
Y'all gotta show me something. I don't care. Show me
something. And oh man. Bro, our era just, and we're OGs now and we moved on. We just would have not tolerated anything of this magnitude. Somebody would have got punched in the face already. But the internet he could be anywhere, anonymously anywhere, talking smack upon smack. You know what I mean? And for him to come out and disrespect all 3 of them women like that, in my humble opinion, but the stuff he said about Erykah Badu was just like, come on, King. You know what I mean? That's just bad. But again, when there are no consequences and there's nobody there to G-check you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, he now has free reign to say whatever he wants. And he's doing it.
And it's because it's the same thing that happened with Vlad, right? Like, they've gotten so far in the culture to where, like, you need them. So you need Akademiks to kind of report on you if you're a rapper.
Yes.
You need Vlad to do an interview with you.
Yes.
You need, like, you kind of...
So you're not trying to mess up the money.
And he's used that to the point... And he's so far on the inside, I believe. So now he knows how much rappers really get paid.
Yeah, he
so
knows
now
how much.
I know I get more money than you.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Now you can't really say nothing.
You can't flex me.
And then he has people in the industry feeding him stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they have to use media to their advantage to position certain stories that are coming down the pipe. And so now he feels privileged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I even remember one time it was these two girls fighting over him. He like, I'm the prize.
Yeah.
I'm the prize.
Yeah.
Like, what guy says that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, shame on him, but shame on those who know where he is, not promoting violence or anything, that won't at least press him.
Yeah, he hasn't even gotten like...
I haven't seen nothing.
Like nobody even like hit his chest a couple times. Like,
I
my man.
haven't
like,
seen nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just a shame. This is how far we've come within the culture.
He talks reckless.
Yeah,
like,
he's reckless with it.
What is going on here? So, another news. Jay-Z's 40/40 Club is closing after 20 years.
All right.
I told you, I went a couple years ago on a Friday night. It was my man's birthday. And he had like his own private room, but the rest of the club was empty. Like, it was like a couple of people, and I was, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if the same energy is in those clubs. Now, the reason I said it was a failure, some people say, 20 years, it's had its run, because I know he's trying to position himself for casinos.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't that have been something that worked in conjunction with your casino to have your own, a bar, a sports bar inside of the casino, or maybe it's just par for the course. He's consolidating. Jay-Z is so far above the fray now, from a business standpoint, that hip hop is just. Don't be surprised if he gets into politics or some other stuff. The dude has got dreads in his hair, walking around with goddamn suits on. You know what I mean? And so,
did you hear what? Did we talk about this? What Dame said, that it's cooler when Nas talks business than when Nas makes business moves. It's cooler when he does it than Jay-Z, because he said Jay leads with the business, because he said he always felt like Jay was insecure about being a rapper. So he said he always tried to lead with the business thing when like Nas or somebody else, they just make their business moves on the low and they just kind of go about it.
Moving, yeah.
And as much as, because I'm tired of hearing why Rockefeller broke up.
Yeah,
I'm very tired of hearing those stories, right? But I think that was something like interesting from him, because you can kind of like look back and see that, like, oh.
And then Nas is going to have to be examined further, and the people love Nas.
This is true.
But he has sold out now.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? He worth $200-300 million. And yeah, he made his money this way, but he promoting liquors now,
This
things
is true.
that he was totally against. He's all shiny in these suits, and he's a part of corporate America now. And so I'm not saying that the music ain't good. The music is good, but he was always like the people's champ, so to speak. But he signed with Jay-Z, and he started hanging back with them corporate dudes when his money got low, and they finally convinced him to do the Hennessy and some other stuff that was a little uncharacteristic for him.
Somebody said he got tired and gave in.
Yeah, maybe he just said, look, man, I just can't continue to do this. Side note, he has been inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yes, with Lil Wayne.
Him and Lil Wayne don't want to take that away from him. So Nas and Lil Wayne inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. I didn't even know they had a Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yes, Billboard's Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Billboard's Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Okay. So shout out to them for that. And just trying to keep, Nas may be a secret billionaire, but I'm just saying, just start paying attention when the pivot took place. What took place that moved him from somebody who never got no Grammys, never got no awards, to now promoting alcohol, which he seemed to be way against, other things, and then pivoting back into, because he's not making no money selling them albums. Don't get it twisted. I know he was with Ring, and he invested his money in some tech companies, which I have nothing against. I'm with all of that. He should invest his money in all of that. But I'm just simply saying, now that he is the one dangled in front of us, just pay attention. That's all. Anything that they're giving you a lot of, or a new face, he's almost taken Jay-Z's position. Because Jay-Z is now out of the limelight, still making moves, and now the ambassador of hip-hop, and you're going to let your guard down because it's Nas. It's not. It's just something to think about. I hope I get to meet him this weekend.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. All right, let's start taking some questions, though.
Can we get some likes?
Can we get some likes? Hit the like button, please.
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 Just hit the like button.
So the Air Force actually allowed their first AI flight. AI flew a jet.
So no, first of all, the pilot doesn't fly the jet, so I don't know why that's big news. Like them big 747s, the pilot does not fly that. That is flown, that is an automated flight system. The pilot is there to make you feel comfortable. Because if you looked in that room and there was nobody in there, you'd be like, man, this is some bullshit. So the flight, this is Captain speaking, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be flying at 35,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? Flying over the winds is kind of windy. You know what I'm saying? We should be arriving down in Texas in about 20 minutes out of schedule. Yeah, that shit is to make you feel like, all right. You know, you say hi to the captain on the way out. Once they get that bitch up, they take a nap. And the fucking seat wake them up like, so, you know, it look like, and then they shake your hand on the way out. No, come on. So I'm not surprised. No.
Okay.
No. Just keeping it a bean.
So so then the question becomes, should AI be allowed to drop bombs, kill people? Because that's AI killing a human now.
What do you mean, flying a plane? Oh, they flying the killer plane?
Yes.
But it's. I'm assuming there's somebody with a remote.
It said AI flew the plane.
It flew the plane, but it didn't drop the bombs.
But if it's controlled by AI, that means it has maybe autonomy to drop bombs.
Well, that's only if it becomes sentient. And the possibility.
Yeah.
Because soon they're gonna have these drones checking on you in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show me your ID and shit. You can't outrun a drone, son.
Dot and Malcom, did you hear that about the U.S. citizens who have to have passports will also have to apply for visa to travel to Europe? So I did hear about that, yes.
Yeah,
and like no matter how long you stay, and like
so you need a visa, and even if you have a passport. Wow.
Yeah, I did hear. So you know, in the United States, you're gonna have to start getting IDs. I know New York, you're gonna have to get the real ID. It's called the real ID to travel. I think soon, state to state.
Wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
So the new order is here.
Oh, Biden said that on stage.
Yeah,
he let that slip. He said it's gonna be a new world order out here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The real ID. See, I'm not bugging.
Yeah, no,
I'm not bugging.
Yep.
And then I told you that guy Klaus Schwab, the guy from the Who.
Yeah.
He talked about climate lockdowns. His daughter talked about climate lockdowns, whether you like it or not. He said that.
Okay. So I can't go outside because the sun is blazing?
Apparently. And you know what's crazy? Listen, I've grown up. I remember in 8th grade, my teacher made us watch The Inconvenient Truth by Al Gore.
Yeah.
About global warming and stuff like that. So I just grew up thinking, like, okay, global warming. And even then, I grew up thinking, nothing I can do about it now.
Yeah.
Nothing,
yeah.
My, you know what I'm saying? My kids is going to have to deal with that. But the older I get, the more people I listen to, I'm listening to a bunch of different opinions. I think it's all a hoax.
Yeah.
I think climate change is all a hoax.
Yeah, absolutely.
All hoax. And
dude, everything you think is real is a lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody just hit me in the chat. Dot, what do you think about the aliens attacking the people in Peru?
Yeah.
Hoax.
I think so too.
Not saying that they weren't attacked by 7-footers. All your government.
Yeah.
Some shit your government created. There
Absolutely.
are no aliens.
Yeah, I'm like,
not in that sense.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the more and more like just
all
like,
government shit.
Understanding I get, I'm just like
underground, your government is cutting and splicing and putting together and creating mutants who are coming above ground to create a narrative.
Yeah. Yes, my bad. Klaus Schwab, he's with the World Economic Forum.
World Economic Forum, yes, thank you.
Fault.
And so, yeah, some mutants that got out of an underground tunnel came above ground and scratched some, messed up some faces.
I'm telling you, like the more and more, I'm just like,
no, none of this shit makes sense.
And listen, the more you research these things, the closer you get to somebody just making a lot of money.
But what you're not but you got to understand, 85% of the population is not going to do any of that.
Yeah.
They're going to believe what they're told.
Yeah.
They're going to move as they should be moving. They're going to go where they're supposed to go. This war is not against them. It's against you.
Yeah.
So we can get everybody in compliance to believe that aliens have traveled 50 trillion light years to get here.
Every single climate activist is riding in on the plane, on their own private plane, right?
Yeah.
Listen, Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's causing the goddamn environment to go bad quicker.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, he took the opportunity for his Oscar-winning speech to talk about climate change because we couldn't find no ice to film the Revenant. Now, he has a big mega yacht.
Yo,
he has his own jet.
On a smaller level, I opened up a piece of plastic to take out a paper straw.
Yeah. Exactly.
Think about that. I opened up they put the paper straw.
Yeah, exactly.
In plastic. Okay, all right. So there you go. That's when I knew I was a goofy. I said, they got the paper straws. They trying to change the environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Hee-haw.
Yeah.
Hee-haw.
Yeah, every activist who gets on about socialism is a millionaire.
Yeah.
All of the politicians, Bernie Sanders, he talk about socialism.
Yeah,
all of them,
man. Yeah,
millionaires living better than you, and they talk about socialism. Yeah, it is nuts.
It's a game. It's a joke, and you are a participant of it.
Yeah.
Just call it what it is. Come on.
Somebody said, "What's the longest you had a pet for?" I got a 20-year-old dog. Bowser's old, man.
Yeah, when did we? How old was Odyssey? 5 when we got him?
We got Bowser. I want to say I was in
9.
I was in the 10th, 11th grade,
and she's 21 now, about to be 22. So he's 13 in doggy years, and for the first time ever, he's like slowing down now.
Oh yeah.
I think he's going blind in both eyes. He don't even come to me no more. Like he used to. I had to get stern. He'd just be like, "Dude, it's a long way over there, man. That's too much of walking." And so, yeah, man, that's going to be a sad situation.
Speak on Africa. So there's a lot of African countries throwing out the French. Apparently, the French military tried to run a special operation to get, I guess, some of their people out or something like that. It failed.
Okay.
And I think in Niger, I think it failed. So
I'm also hearing that the BRICS money system is with the new coins that they're going to release is going to be 55-1 in terms of the American dollar. Don't know how true that is.
Listen. If that happens,
it's a wrap.
Oh my God.
Because even the goods that you're trying to get, your money ain't gonna hold on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So thank you to
Vahio
Slim. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Anyone
Underground Dwelling Demises or Childhood. I don't remember that film. Nope. But thank you so much for your contribution.
Oh my God. Because that, if that's crazy, I mean, the BRICS money is like that.
Dude. Come on.
Then
get Bowser a cane. That's funny, Coach Wayne. That's funny. Get him a cane. Me and him both.
Because if that's the case, then something's going to happen before then. Something monumental is going to happen before then. Before that goes online.
I even had a premonition, not to throw this out there. I said, we got to be careful even this weekend. Because everybody around the country is shaking their ass. And I'm seeing mediocre artists, artists who didn't even have one hit. Niggas on thing, blah. Turn it down. I want them to down. You get on down. I'm like, nigga, I don't even remember you.
Yeah.
And I'm talking shit. I might be on stage this week. Tall, dark, and handsome. Ooh, tall, dark. Don't get it twisted. If they call me and be like, I'll be grabbing that shit. Want to, you know what I'm saying? Do it for my peoples who remember, the 3 people over there who remember I had put out an album back in '88. This is for you. And then I got to tell a story first. Because, you know, when I was making this album, niggas like, we don't know you. And, nigga, we don't care. Can you, exit to the left and shit? So, yeah, I'm going to have my moment. You let them pass me the mic this week. Shit. I'm liable to do a whole album out there. And for song number 7, it's like, I didn't even know this nigga had.
Where was we?
Songs. Oh, we was in Indianapolis. Shout out to She Event. And this nigga was doing his entire album.
Yeah.
And he should have read the room.
He was telling us what he was thinking. And
yeah, because I was in the bathroom and I had this crazy thought. First of all, nigga, we do not know you. Yeah. So whatever you was thinking. Thank you to Mr. Inglewood. I first fell in love with hip-hop when I saw Eric B. and Rakim on Soul Train performing. You know I got soul.
That's dope.
Damn.
Now I went through stages like Busta Rhymes, DMX. I love DMX. Cash Money, Hot Boys.
Yeah.
Love them. Then I got my friend, he in the 6th grade, he burnt me. Like, my man, he was burning CDs, burned me CD. Heard Boys in the Hood. I was like, what is this? Went on a whole Easy NWA rabbit hole for years. And then I was in the car with Marcus. He was driving, and it was a song with it was a Biggie verse, and it was like the greatest verse I had ever heard ever in life.
Yeah.
And I went on a Biggie rabbit hole. And then, it's just, I went through phases.
Beautiful, but has it empowered you in any way?
No. Well, no.
I'm asking you.
Well,
I'm asking you.
The hip hop I was listening to, no.
The hip hop in general.
Yeah, no.
No. Right? Now, it was empowering us at one point, not from an economical standpoint. It was waking some people up.
Right.
And that's not to knock some of the artists who are still true to the art form. I'm talking about the collective mindset and the reflection of that on the generation behind us and what they think hip hop is and what hip hop is not. That's all.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's time to get out of here.
Anywho, guys. So don't forget to join the membership, $5 a month or $50 for the entire year. urbanx.nyc.
Yes.
First 50 new members gets a free shirt.
Yeah, you're going to get this free in white or black.
And white or black tush is yours. Just email us at info@urbanx.nyc. Receipt, online receipt, and then we'll get your size, get your Addy, send it out to you.
And get that out to you.
All right? Real Mentalities episode 1 will be out tomorrow.
For the members.
Members right now, you have access to the Urban X University. It's in
abundance.
All you have to do is log
classes
in.
Are in there for you.
All you have to do is log in and it'll be there.
It will be there.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this episode. If you're listening, give us a rating and review. We'd appreciate it.
And we'd appreciate some likes.
Yes.
Man.
Hit the like button before you get up out of here. What else we got? That's it, man. We appreciate you. We will see you guys.
We hit 1,000 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
We will see you guys
that means a lot. That's our mark from now on, guys.
Monday.
We want to hit that 1,000 like mark, man.
And happy birthday to hip hop. Happy birthday to everybody else who had a birthday. We missed it. We was going on a lot of rants tonight.
Yes.
All right. So, peace.
Peace.